Enagic is a wonderful company from Japan, and it's been on since 1974. All right. Before I go into this pre-launching presentation, I like us to take note of bottle, because this is the most place where we take our water from in this part of the world. And plastic bottle is a kind of storage. The plastic is actually made with a chemical called bisphenol, bisphenol A. And this chemical is harmful, okay? It's very dangerous and very harmful. The longer the water stays in the plastics, the more emission that goes through the water and destroy the property of the water. And you see, the reseller of this product, usually they keep it in the sun. So when the heat of this plastic, there will be more emission into this plastic bottle. All right. So bisphenol is actually responsible for the rising of a lot of diseases in our society, both adult and children. So we need to stop storing our water in these plastics. And it's only in Japan, because they already know a lot of things about water. And that's the reason why you see, you hardly see a plastic bottle there. Usually they store their water in bottle. So you're highly welcome to the world of Enagic Japan. Right now, we are running what we call pre-launching in Nigeria, because Nigeria is spearheading, is taking a lead in the distribution of this technology in the whole Africa. All right. And if you look at the world map we have here, the Enagic world, you see that so many spots we have that Enagic present. And we have over 20, we run businesses presently over 23 countries, over 40 branches, locations in different countries of the world. But if you look at the African map, you see that there is no any green spot, shows that there is no Enagic present in Africa. And late last year, the company approved Nigeria to spearhead distributions of this product in Africa. That is why I call my presentation pre-launching. And presently, as I'm talking to you, we already secured an office in Adeni Jones, number 105C, Adeni Jones in Ikeja. And we're using the office to run our presentation, which will be starting from Tuesday onward. We've already run it throughout this week, and we are continuing next week. But we've not done official launching in Nigeria. So we are all pioneers of this product in Africa. As we are getting this information, kindly tap into this. Now, the Enagic as a company, this company comes into existence as a research done by a group of Japanese doctors in 50 over spring water. Spring water is actually water from the top of the rock that hit it down the rock that change the molecular structures of the water. And most people that have access to this water, they call it miracle water. And that is the reason why you see this group of Japanese doctors collect water from different countries that have presence of spring water to check the difference between this water and the regular water we have in our environment. They discovered that all mountain water contain active hydrogen that is not found in our environment. Okay, and God gave them a knowledge to use titanium stone to make a plate. And through this, when water goes through it, we call it ionization process. And this titanium plate with electric shock on it, and the water passing through it, it will separate the water into two parts. One, the positive water and the negative water. And the negative one, they check it, they discover that the same active hydrogen found in the mountain water is actually more present in it than the mountain water. Okay, and that is the birth of Kange machine or Kange water. You can see it. So Kange actually is a Japanese word, and the meaning of Kange is back to origin. That is, the more you have access to water from this machine regularly, because the water becomes fresh, and the more your body begins to slow down the process. So you're welcome to the world of Enagic. Here we have this. You can see a lot of people are queuing to get access to this water. And you see the name, they call it miracle water. So what is found in the water is called what? And active hydrogen is an antioxidant water. Antioxidant water will slow down aging processes in the system because antioxidant will destroy free radicals in human body. And when that happens, we begin to slow down in our aging processes. The reason for that fact is that the water contains negative ORP. ORP means oxidation reduction potential in the water is negative, while every other water we consume is positive. So join me as we run through it. Now you can see the research that is done in 1950, collecting water from France, from Mexico, India, Saudi, and Germany. In Saudi, they usually call this water Samsam water. For those who travel to Mecca, usually buy this water down to Nigeria. Now, the leading doctors that do this research is Japanese doctor called Shiriata. And what is found in mountain water and also present in Kange water is called active hydrogen. And you have already know the meaning of active hydrogen. Now, in this water, Kange water contains three major properties that you cannot see in any water. First, it is an antioxidation. Reason because it contains negative ORP. Now, ORP means oxidation reduction potential. That is, it is free from being oxidized. We all know that everything around us is oxidized. Oxidation is very, very high in our environment because our oxygen is highly oxidized. And the more we live in an oxidation environment, we drink water that is oxidized, oxygen that is oxidized, food that is oxidized, the faster we age. The more we begin to lose our strength, the more our body begins to shrink because of presence of oxidation. But when the water is free from oxidation, it's called antioxidant. And that will help ourselves to begin to be very active to protect our body because antioxidant will flush out free radicals in the systems. Now, to tell you that the oxygen is highly oxidized, when you open a fresh apple, it is fresh. And after a little while, it becomes brown. Brown shows it is rotten. It shows that oxidation is already present. And another fruit that you can know oxidation is tomato. A fresh tomato, you enjoy the soup with it. But once it is rotten, that is oxidation present, the soup will lose its taste. So in apple, you will know, in tomato, you will discover oxidation present. But when it comes to water, you cannot know because water is transparent in nature. And when water moves from oxidation, from fresh to oxidation, it doesn't change taste, it doesn't smell, it doesn't change color. It remains the same. And when water becomes oxidized, it becomes living tissue plus oxidation is equal to sickness. That is, the more we take water that is oxidized, the more sicknesses that begin to happen in our body. It begin to affect the organs in the body. Now, oxidation in water, there is a meter we use. It's called ORP meter, oxidation reduction potential meter. And this chart we are seeing, okay, the reading goes this way. Meter read positive, okay? Once this meter read a number without a minus, it is a positive, and that shows that it is highly oxidized. That is, that water will develop what we call acidities in our body systems, and that begin to make us old faster. Age begin to catch up. But once the reading is showing a minus millivolt, then it is a powerful anti-aging or antioxidant water. It is an anti-aging. It will begin to reduce oxidative stress. Now, how does Kange help to reduce oxidative stress? Because what this machine do to your water, to your borehole, because in this part of the world, we use borehole, which is supposed to be using what we call government water. But our government is not giving us access to municipal water. So every building have to sink their home borehole. Now, we only need, in a building, you only need to pass a particular, spot to pass water into the machine because Kange water don't produce any water. As long as your water in your building is a normal transparent color of water, then Kange water can help you. Now, when you now pass it into it, through the 7 Cortex titanium plate present in Kangen machine, okay? And you plug into electricity. As the water is going through it, the machine begins to do what? Separate positive water, negative water. So the positive one, which is bad water from the main water source, will be coming out from the negative hose at the back of the machine. That is why we install this Kangen machine very close to your water in the kitchen. So that you can pull the positive hose inside the washing hand basin. Simultaneously, the water drains in 2 forms. Now, the one coming from the machine, which is negative charge, okay? The structures of the water is already changed. The structures is already changed from large to micro. That microness of it makes your body to hydrate it and go to cellular level straight. You cannot feel it in your tummy as a regular water because it's smaller in molecule structures. Now, because your brain receives water first, it will help your brain to release what we call hormone that is called melatonin. Melatonin hormone is a kind of hormone that if you have less of this hormone secretion, then sleeping becomes a lot of issue with you. You begin to roll from head of the bed to the other, and you begin to pile up what we call stress in your body. But Kangen water, because it's structures in nature of it, your brain will hydrate it, and your brain begin to release enough of that melatonin. Then sleeping becomes easy for you. You sleep like a baby, and it'll be able to help you to take care of stress out of your body. Now, to watch this video, to get more access information about oxygen, I want us to watch this video done by my leader, Mr. Simon Law from Malaysia. Here we have tap water and we have RO water. RO is a reverse osmosis water. We also have another water called mineral water. That means it is chemical induction water. And also another mineral water. The next water after that is called soft drinks. Soft drinks represent all drinks that contain sugar. Right? Then the next water is Kangen water, freshly collected, okay, from Kangen machine. Just wash it. Now, if you look at all this water, there is no difference between it. But I tell you, millions of differences in this water. So this is here we have the ORG meter, which we're going to be dropping each of the water and to check the reading through the shank. Here we have the first water called the tap water, which the plus percent of millivolt is 400 and above. Then the arrow is 400 and above, so that it is a rotten water. The next one is mineral water, that is 410 in oxidation percent because it is a plus. The next one is sugar. You can see sugar goes straight to 530 millivolt. The more sugar you drink, the more you pour a lot of acid into your body system. Here we have Kangen that have negative 500, and that negative charge in this water, it is the presence of antioxidant present in it. And a glass cup of Kangen water that you drink is equivalent to 780 fresh raw antioxidant content in tomato. You get that? I'm repeating. A glass cup of Kangen water you drink, the amount of antioxidant present in that 1 cup, it is equivalent to when you eat 80 organic raw tomato, which ordinarily is impossible for anybody to drink. To eat. We all know that the presence of tomato in the body of an elderly person, especially a man, it helps the prostate to be kept in a rightful shape. Okay, and a glass of Kangen water is actually convenient for that, which ordinarily is easy for anybody to consume. Now, every water that we check is only Kangen water that is negative. That negative shows the aliveness in Kangen water, while every other water is dead. The next property we're going to check, you can see the aging is highly oxidized and antioxidant content. So the second property is called alkaline. Now, alkaline is very popular in this part of the world because everybody wants their water to be alkaline because we have the knowledge of the presence of alkalinity in our water. Because in our body systems, in the presence of alkalinity content in our body, there is no diseases that can be able to survive it, inclusive cancerous cell, which is cancer. Now, I want to bring to our notice that we have 2 types of alkaline. The first alkalinity which is very common in our society, is called induced. induce, induction, add something to water to make an alkaline. But what I'm presenting to you is called ionization. And I say a process water, any chemicals or any, just go to the machine and measure from the presence of the original water, and it gives you negative charge. If you check the pH, it gives you one of the best pH. Now, induction being adding baking soda into water gives you alkaline. Adding lime to water gives you alkaline. Or get a Chinese bottle, add water into that bottle, and a wire remove the water, it gives you alkaline. Or chemically induce alkaline water. Now, such alkaline, because it's an induction, the structure of the water still remains as regular water. So when you drink it, it goes straight to your tummy as a regular. Now, to your tummy, what happens is, for your body to have access to the alkaline content in that water, it will need to go through your what? Your kidney to break it down to a smaller molecule. So as you are drinking the water, you are actually solving one problem and creating another future problem. That's why a lot of doctors do a lot of videos say such alkaline, you need to do what? Desist from taking it, okay? But the one we are giving to you tonight is called ionization. That is no induction. The structure is micro, so it goes into your cellular level. So check it, give you one of the best alkaline. Now, to know more about alkalinity, first we need this chart called alkaline chart. All right. Now, chart start from 0 and end for 10. The middle of it is 7, which if you pour the anti-agent, which is a pH tester, potential hydrogen, that's the middle of pH. Once it shows green, it is neutral. Neutral means not acid, not alkaline. But anything below 7, it is acid. And acid lead to what we call sicknesses. Whether acid in food, in water, or in oxygen, it will lead to body to have a very low immune systems. Now, when the water it is above 7, it is an alkaline content, which is healthy for the body. Now, let's go in and check another video that can help us. But before that video, I want to draw more attention on a research done by a German doctor. The name is called Dr. Otto Erich Warburg. He did a research in 1923 and got a physiology Nobel Prize in 1931. And he proved in his work that the metabolism of a tumor, it demonstrated that all forms of cancer are characterized by two basic conditions, which is acidosis and hypoxia. And hypoxia meaning is lack of oxygen. That oxygen lack it is talking about is what we get in the first property that we check in Kangen water. That oxygen lack leads to what we call acidosis that lead to cancerous cells in the body systems. And that is why you see we have been using Kangen water to rex a lot of people that have cancerous cells in their body that have cancer. Deprive 35% of oxygen within 48 hours, that cells becomes cancerous in the body systems. You never know the amount of this cancerous that is in your body systems. Get access to Kangen water and stop all this nonsense in your body. Now, let's watch this video. Tell us more about it. So we have what we call the pH tester, okay, which is potential hydrogen. Remember from the mountain, the potential hydrogen, the hydrogen, active hydrogen. We want to check the potential of it in this water. So we are starting from the tap, which we're going to drop a 2 drops. You can see the color that is coming up compared with the chart we see earlier. All right. Remember, these mineral ones are chemically induced. All right. So the more you consume, the structure is large. So the more you consume such, the more you are putting a lot of pressure in your kidney. So here we have Kangen water, which is the best alkaline there. If you begin to take it to your body that is acid, it moves your tissue immediately to alkaline. That's what is happening to that water that you are seeing on the screen. Now, naturally, it begins to flush out the acidity content in your body. Now, the amount of sugar you have consumed now determines how fast your body is going to move to alkaline. But here you can you that you love consuming sugar, any form of sugar, you need to reduce it to in 100%, I would say reduce to 5%. Little of it is what you need. Not consume it on a daily basis, because a little drop of sugar into a healthy body, you see what happened to the water. It moved that alkalinity content immediately to acid. This is what happened to when you a regular consumer of sugar content, sugar drink. A research done in our office, when you drink a glass of sugar content and it moves your body to acid, for you to move that body back to alkaline, I mean to a neutral, you need 33 cups of 9.5 coming out from Kangen water. Meaning, we need to do what? Stop taking sugar into our body. So I'm going on the top property of what it contains in Kangen water. One, microclusters, talking about small water clusters, which is easy absorption. That is, if the water is in the structures, is micro. I'm not talking about the volume of the water. I'm talking about the makeup of water. The structures we cannot see with physical eyes, only microscopies you can use to get it. Now, human body is made up of how many percent of water? 70% of water. So meaning the larger organs in the body is made up of water. So what our body needs per time is more of water. And the only water that can get to your body is micro water, not large clusters. Two things that micro water do to the body is to help channel nutrient into the body. Nutrient your body gets from food, from supplement, from fruit. Micro water will take it to the body. Next, to detox, to get rid of waste out of the body. Waste secretions from the food, from the kidneys, from whatever that are produced in urination and in a defecation. Kangen water it has the effect of detoxing the body. That's why you drink Kangen water, you begin to go to the restroom faster because you begin to flush out any form of any form of acidities in your body and any form of toxins in your body. To know more about microclustering, it is a hydration. When the water is micro, then it can be able to hydrate your body swim in water, and that will lead to what we call elimination of toxins in the body. Regular water is H2O in clusters, which is a form of so many balls formed together, makes it a large cluster because the molecules are about 15 to 20 a ball. You can see the pictures we have. Large cluster limit absorption to the body. House, if you know that I'm sharing a very good information to you tonight and you are finding this presentation very exciting, I want to go to the chat box and type 7777. 777 is a number for the success tonight. Just go there and type 777 to tell you that you are really following and you are listening, you are hearing, and you are catching up with the information that I'm sharing. So thank you for that. So let's continue. Now, the same water, you know, if the water is large cluster, when you drink it, you see it form pour through your tummy. And even at that time when your tummy is full with these large clusters water, regular water, you see your mouth will actually, even at that state of being, to drink more of the water. Because the one you drink, your body is not having access to it because the structures is large. It will take a longer time. That's why you see our bodies most of the time is in dehydration form. And when you have a dehydration in your systems, is that you feeling headache, your nerves, your body is not rest, you are feeling feverish, you are feeling a lot of things in your systems. And you begin to look for antisuppressant like buying Panadol or whatever. And you said, take it 2-3 days. If you don't see a result, consult your doctor. Because at that point in time that you're feeling that migraine or whatever, your body is actually crying of water. So get Kangen water, it will relax and calms your nerve. You sleep better, you have a better energy, and you can perform even in your office or in your vocation. Now, same water that is having a large clusters in your house, we go to this Kangen machine, and Kangen will separate the part from it and give you the negative charge one, which is the microclustering, at the same time content of alkaline content. So the molecule will break down to between 5 to 6 a molecule. Microclusters allow greater penetration and easy absorption to the body systems. That's why you see when you Kangen water, you can finish even about 2 or 3 liters of Kangen water. You don't feel it. Immediately you drink it, it will stop your organ pump immediately. So to do this microclustering, which is going to use, we're going to use a tea bag. First, let me talk about tea bag. To make a tea, we normally do one thing to the water, we boil the water. Now, when you boil a regular water, the regular water before boiling is large clusters. At the boiling state, it is micro. That microness, you will drop the tea in there, it will bring out the tea immediately because it is micro. So, back to represent our cells. Because most of the time, our cell is crying for water. So, inside the bag is its cell that we're originally represent. The only water that gets your cells is micro water. That is why every home need Kangen machine to help them to solve most challenges in times of health challenges. So join me as we watch this video. Now we have a tea bar, which is a Chinese tea. We have tap water. We also have 9.5 Kangen water. We're going to drop the water at the same time and begin to watch what happens to the water. Kangen water, none of them is boiled, but you can see the result. Kangen water bring out the tea immediately. Why the other one is struggling? That same thing happens to you. When you drink regular water, it will not penetrate yourself. But immediately you drink Kangen water, it will penetrate because the structure is micro. Now, what we want to do next is we want to see when you drink good food, you eat good food, good supplements, and you drink regular water. Regular water will destroy the nutrients in that good food you eat. But why Kangen water, we do what? We multiply the nutrients. You can see same size of tea, but we pour different type of water. Kangen make more of the tea, while the other water destroy the property of the nutrient content in that tea. To tell you that Kangen water is micro clustering capability, and this will make you to hungry or to search for Kangen water because it is the best on health. And demonstration also shows that we cannot use Kangen water to take adult medication because of the micronet structures in nature of Kangen. If you need to take your drugs, it might lead to what we call overdose. Sorry, house, I want to enjoy my Kangen. Join me as you take this. Yeah. Fresh. Now, you can't use Kangen to take your drugs because it might lead to an overdose, because doctor recommend that drugs for you because based on the regular water. So they know the rate at which your body is going to what? Take from the drugs. But when you change the water, you need to do what? Reduce the size of the drugs. But when it comes to supplement, as long as the product is a national supplement, my brother, my sisters, you are good to go with Kangen. Thank you. That's second property. Now, you are seeing, say, doctor, this is another research done by another doctor, Dr. Agri, a Nobel Prize winner. He's showing large clusters. He's showing the cells. This is a large cluster. You can see, this is the main cells membrane. For this is a line that the water is going to pass through, but this is regular water, and here is a small clustering water. Small clustering water can easily penetrate to have access to the cells inside the membranes. But the large cluster will be struggling to penetrate, to get access to it. So this is research done by another doctor. So that toxin, when it's able to go in, then the microness of the water begin to flush out the toxins that is the cells that is dead. So will everybody need to crave for Kangen water? I'm so happy and glad to you what professional says about water. We have Dr. Romishinya. Dr. Romishinya is a Japanese doctor, but practices in Aba-Isi College of Medicine. He is a co-inventor of colonoscopy. Colonoscopy is a procedure where a camera will go through your back and to have access, to get access to your internal systems and to perform an operation without any cut. And this guy, this doctor, is a co-inventor of that procedures. And he writes 4 books. Before everything he wrote in his books is about Kangen water to save humanity. The next is called Dave Carpenter. Dave Carpenter is a naturopathic doctor. He's an American. And he wrote a book called Change Your Water, Change Your Life. The Dr. Romishinya first book that we are going to display here is called Enzyme Factor. So Dave Carpenter wrote what we call Change Your Water, Change Your Life, which if you want it, we have it for sale. It's 2,000 naira each. If you want to really know more about Kangen water and also know more about water, what water is supposed to be, you need to buy this water. These books. Now, Dave Carpenter recorded a lot of testimony, same and Dr. Romishinya, which we're going to do a little bit share. The last book is written by Bob Wright, which is director of America Anti-Cancer Institute. This guy held this body, but yet he wrote a book called Killing Cancer, Not the People. Because this body, they use chemotherapy to kill the people because chemo kill the body than the cancer itself. So let's go in. And also we have what called Dr. Peggy Parker. which write a book called 70 Ways of Using Kange to Treat a Lot of Diseases in Our Body Systems. So let's go in. You can see the enzyme factor. You see, he also write the micro factor. That is a Dr. Romshian. The capital right of called Change Your Water, Change Your Life. So on killing cancer, not people, here it says on the chapter 6 of the book, step 3 of the cancer diet, restructures ionizer water to save your life. For people that have cancer, on page 158, it said, I believe that ionizer water is a mandatory baseline requirement for those with cancer. On page 168 or whatever, okay, he said that, okay, 168, he said, if I were looking for electrolyte unit today, I would choose SD501 made by Enagic company, the raw source of water ionizer, and being in business for 30 years can get water. You know, not everybody be able to afford what we call rose for it. But I tell you, if you place value on health, life is about choices. Life is about choice of what we make. But if you place value on health, my brother, my sister, you need to have Kangen machine in your house. Next is page 170 of the same book, Killing Cancer Not People. He said, I have no financial interest in Enagic company, nor do I receive any remuneration for my recommendation. The guy wrote this book 18 years ago, because it says in 30 years in business, because Enagic is already in 48 years. 49 years now. So he wrote it about 18 years ago. And he's saying that he has no financial interest in Enagic company because they have seen the product, they use it on so many patients, and they get amazing results, and they decide to begin to write books. The book is written after they have used this machine, this water, to treat a lot of numerous diseases, including cancer, rescue people in danger zone. So you too, you also join the train by helping people. The next is the Dr. Hiromishiya, professor of surgery in Abaise College of Medicine, New York, and chief endoscopy. Endoscopy is putting camera from the mouth to gain access to the internal systems and perform operation. Over 360,000 of colonoscopy. And on this enzyme factor, page 159, it said Kangen water is alkaline, rich water, pH between 8 to 9, and it considered the very best of drinking water because of its incomparable power of hydration, detoxification, and antioxidation. These same three properties that we just had a look at. Here is the first book I wrote, and here is testimony of inflammation. Inflammation is talking about when your joint is, the body is already drawing the presence of alkalinity in your joint. It leads to what we call inflammation that called either arthritis or rheumatoid when it becomes too chronic. 3 months of taking Kangen, you can see a lot of residues before Kangen. 3 months, you see the result is amazing. The next is someone that is having a breast cancer and a chronic constipation. Because of the toxic effect of Kangen water, because of the microclustering capability of Kangen water, it was able to help the body to detox. You see, in the morning, your body will move naturally to defecate easily without stress. 3 months after, you can see the result is amazing. The next is someone that is already having chemo because he's having cancer. Chemo destroys both the good cells and the bad cells of the body. In fact, you see anyone that is having that is taking chemotherapy, radiation therapy, sleeping becomes a lot of problem because the amount of what we call lights that go through their body systems, it makes their heart to palpitate a very high palpitation rate that will not allow them to have a night's sleeps. That is why you see it has burned the whole systems to a black. 3 months after taking Kangen, because of the detox effect of Kangen water, the result is amazing. Here we are looking at Kangen produce 5 different types of water. We only discuss only one, which is the one we are drinking. The next one is clean water. Clean water is a green button on the machine with 7.0. This is to be used to take medication to also serve baby water. Baby below 1 year, baby don't need alkaline water. What they need is clean natural water. That is water that is not acid, that is not alkaline. You know why? Because when we're all born as alkaline. That's why when you go to a baby's where the baby is born, you see a very wonderful and nice smells. But when you go to old people's home, because of the acid content in our body, human being begin to smell because the body has moved from alkaline nature that God has made us to what? Acid. That is why you see smells. Now, baby don't need alkaline. You only give them what? Neutral water. Click the button. And you know what happened now in antenatal in the world we have today? You see, most of us are saying mothers should not give water to the baby because most water in Nigeria is active. And when baby take it, give them what we call it causes constipations in them. But when you can't get water in your house, click green button, collect from the front hose of the machine and serve, make baby food and also give them to drink, even from the day old they were born, because the water is neutral. The next button is called beauty water. Amazing. This is a lady's choice. I'm telling you, if you begin to bathe with beauty water, you see your skin begin to hydrate. All the wrinkles, all the sunburn, everything will disappear. Now, how do you get beauty water? Beauty water comes as the waste product of Kangen water that's coming out from the front hose. So when you click Kangen button, the water goes in. The bad one, which is a positive, it is beauty water. If you check the pH 5.5, here is the result of beauty water. You can see it moistures your skin. It nourishes your skin. You can, if your hair is tangling, spray beauty water. Okay, I have a beauty jar here. You can get something like this, and you do what? Spray it in your body every time you are out. So it stands as a toner, and at the same time, it helps your body. It relaxes your skin, and your body suck it in immediately. That's what Dr. Danny said in his video. Because this water, your body will crave to have it, and it's ladies' friend. I'm telling you, my brother, you get a lot of things in Kangen machine. The next water is called 11.5 water, which is strong Kangen water. This particular one, the alkalinity content is very, very high, so not suitable for you to drink, only if you have health challenge. The alkalinity content is very high, so it's not safe for anybody to drink if you are not having any challenge. And this is the water we use to rescue a lot of people with cancer patients, a lot of people with health, very deadly health challenges. I'm talking about even Parkinson. Parkinson is a nervous collapsing. When you see that their body are unable to control their body systems. By the time they drink Kangen calm their body. I have a lot of testimony on that. About 3 people that are having Parkinson, stroke patient, you can give them every day minimum of 1 liter of Kangen 11.5. And at the same time, the regular water is 9.5. The result is amazing. Another thing you can use Kangen 11.5 to do is to go green in the house. Mothers in the house, how do you watch your vegetables? Now, most mothers sometimes use vinegar, use salt and all that, because you know there is a chemical content in this water. But I'm presenting to you tonight that with Kangen machine in your home, you have amazing technology that can help you to go green. How? 11.5. Soak your beans, soak your rice, soak your vegetables, soak your fruit, all the chemicals that the farmer has put in form of preservation, in form of preserving the farm so that the farm will not be held by the ant or whatever. And by the time the farmer go back to go and harvest the farm, those chemicals they spray on the farm, they did not remove it. So it's still there. Now, farmers use what we call oil-based chemical. You know why? So that when the rain fall on the farm, the old chemicals will not be removed by the rain. Because we all know that oil and water in physics, is it physics? Chemistry. Oil and water don't mix. Oil stay afloat, water goes down. So let's go on the next video. Now, if it is not safe to breathe, how can it safe to eat? This is a farmer. You can see spraying the chemical and he protects himself. That's why you see most farmers have 2 farms, one for the personal consumption, one for the production for making money. You see this guy, he's spraying the chemical and he protects himself, and he will bring this to the market, and we go there, we buy. So let's watch the next video. There's going to show Kangen water 11.5 can help you to remove chemicals in our fruit. Here we have sesame oil, and we have tap water and 11.5 water. So tap water doesn't have the power to bring the oil. Rather, the oil separates Oil stay afloat, water goes down. That is regular water. But the law will break tonight. What's 11.5 from Kangen technology, from Japan, from Lusaka, Japan, from the table of energy company, pour the oil and the water. Everything is mixed. It's called emulsification. It breaks the oil and you cannot separate them. We also have another thing there we call farm produce, tomato. Tomato is another one we're using. Tap water cannot remove the chemicals. Wash 11.5. These days, mother use prayer pot to cook the beans. We also learned that Malam are using a lot of what we call a sniper to preserve the beans. But with the presence of 11.5 in your home, Kangen machine in your home, soak your beans in that 11.5. Within 2 minutes, remove it, use 9.5 to cook. The result is amazing. Watch what will happen in this tomato. Tap water can only remove dust and sand, but all the chemical that farmers spray cannot remove. This is the result. What we are seeing in this water is not tea. It is all the chemical, the pesticide, the herbicide sprayed by the farmer. Is what we are seeing that water color. So 11.5 or Kangen machine in your home will help you to go green. Now, when you also have 11.5 in your home, they need to clean your gas area. When you have the extractions of the heat, that's a heat extractor. You know, the old places where you have the gas down. So use 11.5, spray it in a spray stop, and use a cloth to clean it. The whole place will be sparkling because all the oil will be removed in a short time. We also have demonstration of the same 11.5 and natural water, and tap water. You can see it on this wonderful fruit. You can see the result is amazing. All the chemicals, everything is removed. Now, we have the last water, which is called strong acid water. Strong acid water is a waste product of strong Kangen water. That is, when you press strong Kangen button on the machine, that is that orange button, the last button down, the front hose of the machine will produce 11.5. The waste of the water that's supplied to the machine is strong acid water, which is sanitary water. The best hand sanitizer you want to talk about, better than any alcoholic hand sanitizer. This machine produces for you enormous. As long as you press a strong Kangen water, the waste of that water will be coming out from the back, which it destroys all germs. You can see, and as I'm spraying it, this is the best. It will destroy whatever germ that is around. It smells like hypo. Very the best. Now, the 2.5 is very conic. The acid in the car is about 2.9 in pH, but this is more concentrate, 2.5. But this is very good on your skin. It cannot affect your skin like the way the other one affects the skin. You can use it in so many ways. Okay, if you wake up in the morning and your mouth is smelling, okay, a lot of goose is coming out from your mouth and your wife or your husband is complaining, you can spray 2.5. You have, problem with your teeth, you can spray 2.5. You have sore throat, you can spray 2.5. Also, if you have any problem with your skin, when we are growing up, when we have a cut, what happens? Within a short time, the blood will clothe itself naturally without even putting anything. But as you grow in age, our immune system is dropping. When you have a cut, this 2.5 can also help your blood. You can spray it on the affected area. It will help you to solve it. After you shave your back, you can use 2.5 to spray. You have any skin issues, skin rashes. So let's see the result on 2.5 on skin. This guy has what we call eczema. You can see in 2 weeks of spraying 2.5 and drink 9.5 to take care of the systems internally. The 9.5 will do that. While the outer part of the body, you can spray 2.5 to help to get rid of the skin. And 2 weeks after, the result is amazing. The next is we have psoriasis, very stubborn skin disease. Okay, you can see before and after. The next is another psoriasis. This guy worked in General Hospital in Malaysia. Kota Kinabalu is an island, and you can see the body. I've been in that island before. A lot of fish, different type of fish. There's a fish market there. I really enjoy myself there when I visited this Island. It's about 2 hours flight from Kuala Lumpur down to Kota Kinabalu. And I learned that this guy worked there for good 50 years behind these horizons around. You can see the result in 60 days. Drinking Kangen water and spray 2.5 on the affected area, the result is amazing. You agree with me? Here we have another lady called Suzanne, is a Singaporean. He has the psoriasis too, but in the face, make her face look like a monster. You can see within 2 months, the result is amazing. Now, Kangen machine has a lot of award recommendations and certificate award in so many countries, but we have 3 certificates that we like our client to have access to. One, Ministry of Health in Japan, after producing Kangen machine, okay, in 1974, the first machine was made, which is a bigger size for hospital to use to collect quality water to help the recovery of the patient and get water to sterilize equipment, because Kangen machine produced 5 different types of water. Now, from 1974 to 1994, they were producing only to supply to the hospital because it's a very big size. But in 1994, after running the bigger one for 20 years in hospital in Japan, they now produce the smaller size, which is called Level Look SA501 for domestic use. And the water coming out from this machine, over 6,500 doctors run through it and begin to do a lot of research and write the report and submit it back to Ministry of Health in Japan. And Ministry of Health have no option than to give a medical device certification to Kangen machine. So the next is International Standard Organization to give 13,485. This same certification is the same number given to all medical equipment around the world. Only people that produce plane, they are not even getting up to this, even not up to 10,000 number they are getting. They are not. So Kangen machine is the only home appliances that go to be in your home that is a medical device that will to the benefit of your health of your family. Thirdly, until 2003, the network of Enagic or Kangen, they don't move to New York to establish an Water Quality Association of the United States of America, run through it again and give a gold seal on the machine. That's why every machine of Kangen you buy, you see this is a wonderful gold seal on the body. This is certificate, you cannot get it in any other organization machine around the world. So what I'm presenting to you is a premium product for the healthiness of your family. Now, Kangen water produce 5 different types of water. Level Look SA501 is a medical device, not water purifier, not alkaline machine, but what we call it medical device or Kangen machine. Now, here is the factory in Lusaka producing this technology and serving the world since 1974. And here we have, do you see value in my presentation? If you see value in this, for you to describe it, please go to the chat box and also repeat yourself by type 7777. If you know that what you are hearing tonight is amazing, okay, is a product, you know that this is a need for every home in Nigeria, go to the chat box and type 7777. 777 is another number of success tonight. So go there and hit the box 7777 so that I'll be encouraged to continue what I'm presenting. Okay. Now, Level Look SA501. I'm telling you, my brother, my sisters in the house, is the best ever you can give to your family. Flagship model of 7 solid platinum plate. This is a mechanism that works in a very expensive gemstone. Very, very expensive. So the value for today is 3,280 euro. That is the value of the machine. That's what you are using to buy the machine. And shipping from France to Lagos, 200 euro. Clearance is about 500. That is for tax or Nigerian government and all that. So we pay this after the machine has arrived. Okay. And Kangen machine come with 5 years warranty. So today, if you are paying Naira to buy this machine, you are paying 3,980 in Naira is 3.3 million Naira with the landing cost of the machine. After this, the next expense you're going to make is the installation. And installation, we have to do installation. We'll call it what we call pre-filter install before the machine. You see, this pre-filter, we use it to filter your water, to help the mineral content in the water, and also to boost up the pH of the water before it can go inside the machine. Because every water in Nigeria is below 4 pH, which is very, very high acidic content. So we need to do what? Boost it up to minimum of 6 or 6.5 before we can allow it to go into the machine. And also to clean whatever are there in the water. We use carbon filter, we use a sediment filter to do the cleaning. Okay? So you agree with me that it's the best gift you can give to your family. You see, let me tell you one thing. We love our family so much. We buy a car, we buy a house, we do all this. But I'm telling you, whatever luxury you are provided for your family, you need the health of your family. If one of the family is sick, everybody of the family is so sick. There's a woman, when he attended my presentation in Aromire, and he said, oh, my brother, it was just my brother. Now, he said, he went to see his brother in the ICTU in a loot, and he met the brother car outside, and he met the driver sitting inside the car, loud music on the AC, and the owner of the car is in ICTU. So my brother, my sisters, 3.3 million naira, it is not too high for you to home this medical device to the healthiness, to the love you have for your family is the best gift you can ever give to them. If you can buy 10 million, 100 million worth of car in value, it's not too high for you to give this as a gift to your family. 5 years warranty, 5 years plus lifespan, you are still using. Madam, can you hold on? Let me finish. You have a time to ask your question. Now, only medical grade water machine, ISO standard, 13485 is a medical standard. Only machine that can produce 11.5 and at the same time 2.5. No other ionization can be able to do what? Do this. 5 years warranty, 20 last man use, one of a kind patented e-cleaning systems. Now, 25 years is just the minimum of use, meaning in 25 years, you are just starting to use this technology that we are presenting. Please, I'll need you to mute yourself. Please, I'll need you to mute yourself. Okay, let me see. I'll go to the participant to get that done. All right. Mute everybody. All right, thank you. Now, 25 years, you are just starting using this technology. One of a kind patented e-cleaning systems. What does that mean? The machine speaks, okay? The SD501 have 1 languages. The Platinum SD501 have 5 different languages. But the basic is this machine communicates with you. It tells you if you press anything or you need anything. For example, this auto cleaning system is programmed into this machine. At the time, it will say cleaning. Once the machine says cleaning, you don't collect the water to drink or anything. Allow it to push the hose to a waste so that the water will run through it and the machine will service itself. When it finishes, we say, can't get machine 9, can't get water 9.5. Ready for you to collect and enjoy your water. Now, we try to do what we call, if you invest 3 million naira into this technology, and we try to check what is going to be the value for the next 15 years, how much water value in a way the machine is installed, what you be consuming on daily basis. Well, irrespective of the number of people that is consuming, every day you be consuming minimum of 0.64 euro per day, means about 500 naira in Nigerian money for the next 15 years. After you invest it once, you have invested the money, but we are trying to see, okay, we spread it for 15 years. After 15 years, the machine becomes free. That is one. If you check how much we are spending on water, even Seaway alone, Seaway now is about 12,000, is about 1,000 naira in a bottle. And if we keep in a family of 3 or 5, those children, they exhaust it within 1 or 2 days. If you check how much you are spending on weekly basis and all that, it's a lot of money. Water is gushing up a lot of money from our pocket. So Kangen machine is the best value that your family will actually have. Okay. Now that is the end of the first presentation. So if you have a questions, okay, from the first part, before I go to the second part, okay, you can unmute yourself, or okay, I think it's the best. Let me run through it. Let me go to the business aspect. But if you find value in the first presentation of the product aspect, go on the chatbot and hit 7777. Go on the chatbot and hit 777 so that next 5 minutes, I'll run through the second part, then we can now go to question and answer. All right. So Enagic as a business, I do tell people that if you cannot afford to buy the machine, it is not a problem. Or you can afford to get access to the water. Once you are already with us in Kange world. You have access to the water that you can give to your family. Then connect people that you know that can buy this. Let me tell you, proving device for the mass market, because so many homes is going to have it. In coming to this market, we are not even targeting 5% of Nigeria to buy. We're not targeting 5% of Africa to buy. We're only targeting only 1% of Africa to buy, because it is a Rolls Royce. And it's Rolls Royce, not everybody be able to afford it. But I tell you, if you place more value on health, 3.3 million naira, you can have it. You can afford it. It depends on your value when it comes to what? Health. Now, over 5 billion have generated in the inception of selling this technology in the world. Over 1.5 to 2 million machine is in so many homes around the world. And I have a question for everyone on call tonight. Do you know anyone that drink water? If you do, that is your prospect, and that is my customer, and that is your customer. Meaning, if you cannot afford it, like the way it happened to me when I start, but can I be a carrier of this information to more people out there who have the money, who can buy it through me, so that I can begin to earn a lot of money for myself? Then after, then I can now own my own machine after the proceed that I made from my business. That is why I said it is not your fault if you cannot afford, but it is your fault if you cannot share this great information that you are getting today to other people's around you. You never know what your neighbor is passed through. Only after you share a cup of Kange water with them, then you get to know what they are going through. Enagic as a business, no monthly qualification. Once you acquire one machine, you already have a business account. No stocking or loading. You don't need to go and put 50 million or 100 million to buy the machine. Only one you own is already okay for you. Okay? Keep sharing the water and you keep what? Selling. But by the time you share the water, then you can now tell them more to join our demo, to join our Zoom, to witness our live demonstration. And also there, from the demo, they can know the price of the machine. No annual renewal. It is a cumulative system. You don't need to renew your ID. Every sales you generate and your team member generate, it's bound to your own advancement. International borderless, meaning when you own an account in Nigeria, you don't need to travel to Dubai or to Ghana or to whatever. You can. The world is already a global village. On your Facebook page, post write-up of Kange water, Kange machine. On your Facebook, on your WhatsApp status, display your advert there so that more people can have access to. This is what you are doing. They will ask you about it, then you can share with them. You can invite them to a live demo so that they can join the business. So you can sell to people in Canada, in France, in anywhere in the world. You earn your euro in your in your account in Nigeria. Patented marketing plan. Now that is the agreement that pays you and I in the systems. The company patented. What that means is your right and my right is also what? Protected. The company cannot change what I'm going to present to you tonight, and another company can also not use it. So meaning your right and my right is protected. You agree with me? The market is on top because this is a new technology in Africa, not just Nigeria. Here is the patent certificate. You can see it. I'm not just saying it without showing you the proof of the patented plan. Now here is the plan. First, in network marketing distributions, we have what we call multi-level distributions payment systems, which one of it is called binary. But we're not using binary, we're using what we call direct sales. This is you. After you have your own machine, then you can share the water and sell to a lot of people around you, your neighbor, your friends. I want to say this tonight. If you have been fighting your neighbor, as you are hearing this after this demo, after this live presentation, after this Zoom call, you need to settle with your neighbor because you never know, your neighbor might take you to your next sales. Okay? So once you sell to your neighbors sell to their own neighbors, their own friends, you have direct sales, you also have indirect sales. Total will give you group 6. So let's go. Enagic pays 10 different ways of payment. But for our time tonight, I only got number 1 and 2, which is a 8 or 8-point commissions and also education allowance. These two we're going to discuss. Now, this is it. Once a single machine is sold, company will receive 3,480. That is the value for the machine and also shipping to your country, anywhere you are in the world. Then you now do the local balancing of 500 to clear the machine. The budget will be removed from that 3,480 which is about 1,640 euro, will be removed. 1,640 euro will be removed, and use 8 to divide it, to split it. And when they split it, it will give you a round shape of 8 in slide of 205. That shows that once you register, either you buy the machine or you sell the machine, because it's possible to sell the machine without buying the machine. Meaning you are not using money to buy, rather you connect someone to buy and you put it on your name, you now own an account. Your position in the system is 1A. So when you make your first 6, after your first half your account, you on the 8 point that is shared, because that 1,060 divided by 8 will be shared among those that made the 6 to happen. So meaning after you have your account, the next is make another 6 so that you can be able to earn 1 point out of that 8, which is 205 euro. If you do the second again, you also earn what we call 205, which is 1 point. When you make the third 6, you'll be promoted to 2A, and on that single machine, you are earning 410. That is 205 times 2. Now, once your cumulative, that is people you have sold the machine to, they are also selling. Once you have cumulative of 10 machines, then use your ID to do what? To sell to the next person, so that you have 11. Okay? 11 group 6. But that 11 one, use your ID to sell it, you'll be promoted to 3A. And your that note, on that single machine, you are earning 615 euro on that single machine. Next, once you're cumulative, because all these people, they begin to sell their own machine, selling to collecting their friends and loved ones. Once you have 20 cumulative in your systems, your next direct 6, use your ID to sell so that you can be promoted to 4A, and you're earning 205 times 4, which is 820 euro. Next is watch your network. Once you have your back office, you see that you have 50 machines recorded under you from your total cumulative, from your direct and also indirect. Then use your ID to do number 51 so that you can be promoted to 5A, and you earn 1,025 euro on the single machine. The next is, once your cumulative is 100 machine, then use your ID to do 101 so that you promoted to 6A, and you earn 1,230 euro on that single machine. On this note, you become a leader. So if you see what I'm presenting on this indirect, I've not discussed anything, and you have made a lot of sales, but you are not earning anything according to this slide. But this slide only teaches us about your direct sales and your advancement in the system. So the next slide, we'll go to airport more. This is you. Every green in the systems is your commission. Once you sell to the first machine, which is a ton is your 1A. So you are earning what? 1 point. That is a 205. You sell to Alex. Alex, see your 1A. So you also earn 205. You also sell to the third person, which is Rose. Rose will promote you to 2A. You now earn what we call 2 points, which is a 410. All right. Now, on this note, Tom decided to sell, which is Tom is one doing the sales at this point. Or you are still taking 205 because it's still within your 8 point. Now, Grace said to Polly said to Ade said to Ojo said to Muideen, and up to 8 levels deep, you see be taking 205, 205, 205. Now, if Alex make a sales of 10 machines, you're earning 205 times 10. Now, Rose is your 2A line. Rose, anytime Rose make a sales, you are earning 410 per machine. Next is, you now use your ID to do another sales to Kim family. But at this point, your cumulative is not up to 10, so you will not have a rank advancement. You see, and what we call 410 on that Kim machine. But at this time, Kim decided to sell 3 machines to his friends, whether within Nigeria or outside Africa. You are earning 410 each on 3 of them. At this point, your cumulative is already 10 machines. So use your ID to make family so that you can be promoted to 3A, and you earn 615 euro on that 6. Now, that line 3, that 3A line, anytime you make a sales, you are earning 615 euro per machine. That's close to 450,000 per machine you are earning. Next is Annie is under Kim. He sells 3 machines. You are earning 410 each, 410 each. Bob is under Annie, which is your third levels down. You are earning 410, 410. Now, I want you to note that every earning you are earning is coming from that 8 point that they remove from every 6, that they remove 1,640 euro. In as much as the person is coming under, that is not yet outside the 8-point distributions, you are still earning. At this point, John comes in under the fourth down, and he make a single six. John will take 1 point, meaning 1 point, meaning you earn 205. But Bob will take 2 points. Bob will take 2 points, that's 410. Annie will take 2 points, that's 410. Kim will take 2 points, that's 410. If you add these two together, 2 plus 1 is equal to 7. So out of 8, 7 is already dishing out to your team members on this single six of Dawn. It will remain how many points? 1 point. So that 1 point will be given to you up. So meaning you are earning 205 on Dawn machine, not 410. Next is John said the second machine, you see earn 205. When John said the third machine, John will put it to 2A. So on that machine, John will take 2 points, up 2 points, Annie 2 points, Key 2 points. If you add it together, every total is 8. So meaning on that machine, you are earning 0 points. You are not going to take any money from it. If you agree with me, it is a good news. Because the company, the plan is sincerely telling you that this is where your income will stop. So that is transparency in the part of the plan. If you agree with me, you might not even look at this down because a lot of these people will be making a 6 and a lot of euro is coming to your account. Even if you check this, you have earned ×2 of your investment of owning your machine. And while your machine is still in your kitchen and you are enjoying your water. You also agree with me that if you only earn an account, at this time you already buy your second machine, which you had a second account. So this is good news we are sharing to you. Now, if you look at it, your cumulative is already 20 machines. So sell to Tony family so that you can put it to 4A and you earn 820 euro. So if Tony sell any machine, you are earning 820 euro per machine. Next is, once your cumulative is 50 machines, so sell to Simon so that Simon can promote you to what? To 5A. Then you earn 1,025 euro per machine. So if Simon decided to sell 10 machines, my brother, my sisters, you are in for about 10,250 euro on that 10 machine. So once your cumulative hit 100 machines, so use your ID to sell to Sam, put it to 6A, and immediately you are earning 1,230 euro on that machine. My brother, this is a lot of money. This is above 900,000 naira on single machine. Once you become 3A and 6A, you're already a leader in the systems. Remember Dan. Once you become 6A, anybody that fall where this Dan is, they're under 8A, you are not earning any bonus. Immediately, the next bonus, the education allowance will come in. On Dan or beyond Dan, anywhere they fall under any of your line, you'll be earning 135 euro per machine. That is amazing. You agree with me? It's amazing. Now, if what I present to you in this slide really shock you and amaze you and wow you, go to the chat box and type 777. Type 7777. Okay? Now, the next is, we call it career path. Career path is another wonderful thing that everybody need to, because of this, and share this technology. Let me tell you one thing, you means bringing in, what's the name of this, a franchise of this company? That's this fast food. What's the name of this fast food? The second of from Kentucky. That is, what's the name? You know, Madonna. We also have the second one, KFC. Now, you also meet that. You also meet Coca-Cola franchising. You meet all those companies, but this energy company don't mix it because within a short time, this technology will be popular in so many houses in Nigeria. So, my brother, once you become 6A in Africa, once you become 6A, you will earn what we call promotional or ranking bonus incentive. You earn $3,000. Outside what you have earned earlier, this is a ranking bonus incentive. Now, at this point, they said, what with two of your, team members, 1 and 2, either directly or indirect, encourage them to become 6A so that they can take 3,000 each. You move to 6A2 and earn incentive bonus of ranking bonus of $6,000. Encourage two of them to come to 6A2 each so that you can move to 6A2-2 and you take 12,000, why they will take $6,000 each. Encourage two of them to come to 682-2 so that you can become 682-3 and you take 25,000 one-time incentive bonus and basic incentive $5,000 every month. Outside your education allowance, outside your 8-point commission. This is wow, this is outstanding. This is free. This is a lot of people have earned this in US, in Canada, in France, in Malaysia, in Dubai. So we are going to repeat same in Africa, even beyond this. The next is encourage two of them to come to 62-2, each of them, so that you can move to 62-4. Then you take home 50,000 one-off incentive and 10,000 basic incentive on monthly basis. Outside your education allowance, outside your 8-point commission on daily sales of the machine. Next is encourage two of them to come to -4 each so that you can move to -5. Take one-time incentive of $100,000 and 15,000 basic incentive. Next is encourage two of them to come to -5 each so that you can move to -6 and take home 200,000 wow one time and 20,000 basic incentive. This 20,000 is the basic. And I want you to know that the amount you qualify, you are taking on $220,000. So that the subsequent month, you're taking the incentive of $20,000 every month. This is the outstanding presentation or outstanding marketing plan of Enagic that they have been using to sell these machines in 1994 till date. And I'm telling you, till date. So this is it. So my brother and my sisters, I believe you enjoyed the presentation and I believe that you have a lot of questions. So can you go to your chat box? If you enjoyed the presentation tonight, type 7777 and also open, you can also do what? Unmute yourself to ask the questions and I'll be willing to answer your questions. So over to you, House. Hit yourself or you can raise your hand or just unmute yourself and take over the floor and ask your question. Then I'll answer you. So,
hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good morning, good evening, yeah, Mr. Frank.
My name is Mr. Frank. Yeah, I'm calling from Warri. Okay, I enjoyed this seminar and I want to thank you so much for presenting it the simple way. I want to ask, these incentives you just mentioned, I'm starting from the last place you just finished, the career part. Does it mean if somebody, like you say, $5,000, $6,000, all those dollars you are calling, is it monthly? Not that I will start whether my group sells or not, they will pay me